Am I the a-hole for kicking out my aunt and cousins after they took over our house? I, 17F, only child, live with my mom in what used to be a really quiet, clean, and peaceful home. A few months ago, my Aunt Kendra, 35F, and her two kids, Alex, 16M, and Danny, 15M, moved in with us after Kendra got evicted. My mom, being the kind and generous person she is, didn't even think twice. She immediately offered them a place to stay, rent-free, so Kendra could work, save money, and eventually get her own place. At first, I was okay with it. I figured it would just be for a short while, and I tried to be understanding because, well, they're family. But things changed very quickly. The first thing I noticed was how loud my cousins were. They stomp around the house like they're trying to break through the floors, slam cabinets for no reason, and blast the TV at full volume at all hours of the day and night. They also leave lights and electronics running constantly. Before they moved in, our electric bill was around $60 a month. Within one billing cycle of them being here, it skyrocketed to $330. My mom politely brought it up and asked them to be more mindful, but nothing changed. I've always been used to a calm home environment, so this shift was overwhelming. Suddenly, my room became the only place where I could find peace, and even then, the noise often bled through the walls. But it didn't stop with just noise and high bills. The real turning point for me was when my mom found a blunt in my car. Now, I'll admit up front, I do smoke sometimes, so I'm not innocent. But this particular blunt wasn't mine. It belonged to Alex. When my mom found it, I didn't rat him out because I didn't want to be a snitch, and I honestly thought I was doing the right thing by protecting him. I just admitted I knew it was there, and left it at that. But later, Alex completely betrayed me. He told Kendra that I had the plug, that I was the one who knew where to get weed, and basically threw me under the bus to save his own skin. He even lied about what it was, trying to downplay it. Because of this, I got into huge trouble with my mom. I lost all my privileges, while Alex and Danny only lost their phones for one day. That's when I really started to resent him. I had his back, but he didn't even hesitate to sell me out when it was convenient. After that, Kendra forced us to make up for the sake of peace, but it was clear Alex only did it because he still needed me for rides to work. Once I realized that, I stopped driving him anywhere. I even ended up quitting my own job where Alex also worked, just so I wouldn't have to be around him anymore. And honestly, that's just one incident. The whole family has been a nightmare to live with. They make constant messes and never clean up after themselves. They barely shower, and it got so bad that the couch in our living room started to smell like bad hygiene. My mom even said she was planning to just give them the couch when they finally leave because she doesn't want it anymore. When she tried to bring it up with Kendra, my aunt didn't take accountability at all. She just blamed the smell on our dog, who is perfectly house-trained and has never had those kinds of accidents. To make things worse, Kendra doesn't seem serious about getting back on her feet. She spends money on random, unnecessary things like a lemon squeezer, an electric can opener, and multiple pairs of pajama pants, instead of saving for rent or an apartment deposit. Then she hurt her leg, just a sprain, and started using it as an excuse every time my mom asked her about finding a place. She would act like my mom was being unreasonable for pushing her to move out when she was injured. They moved in at the end of June, and Kendra originally said they'd be gone by the end of August. But when August rolled around, she acted surprised, like she thought she had more time. From my perspective, it felt like she just planned to stay until she felt like leaving, not when my mom actually needed her to. Meanwhile, the tension in the house has gotten unbearable. My mom has tried to address the issues multiple times, even sending messages in the family group chat, first politely about the noise, the electricity bill, and the mess. But when nothing changed, she eventually asked for a firm move-out date. They gave one, but with how things are going, I honestly don't believe they'll stick to it. I feel guilty for feeling this way, because at the end of the day, they're family, and I know they're struggling. But I can't ignore how disrespected I feel in my own home. They don't show gratitude, they don't respect the space, and they constantly create problems that my mom and I have to deal with. If it were me, I would be doing everything possible to not cause trouble and to show appreciation for the roof over my head. Instead, it feels like they're mooching off my mom's kindness, and I'm the one paying the price for it in my daily life. So, am I the a-hole for not wanting them to stay with us anymore? Added for clarity, Kendra isn't actually my mom's sister. She's technically my mom's cousin. But my mom has a huge extended family, and they're all really close, so I've grown up calling them aunts and uncles. Also, the eviction wasn't some tragedy. Kendra just consistently paid rent late and waited until the last possible minute to move. She's careless with money, careless with her kids, and it feels like my mom and I are the ones picking up the slack. And yes, I'll admit I smoke too. But I'm careful. I know what my mom looks for. I don't leave evidence lying around, and I respect the fact that it's her house. My cousins, on the other hand, are reckless. They smoke, they drink, they steal, and their mom doesn't care unless she gets embarrassed by them getting caught. That's the difference. Now, the whole house feels like a ticking time bomb. Everyone knows we don't want to live together anymore. It's just a matter of who finally breaks first.